Hello, hello, my beautiful Sagittarius souls. This is Siannon-Lee with 11th House Energy, a Quintessential. If you have not watched my introduction video, there is a link to that at the end of this reading. And as a recap, I do pre-shuffle the cards to save on time. And I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on YouTube TV. My readings do not replace seeking the opinion of a medical professional. I am a quantum life energy health coach and a spiritual wellness warrior for over 20 years. So my focus is on the energy of the conscious collective bodies of the zodiac sun, moon, and rising Sagittarius. Some cards may resonate for you and others may not. So as they say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Just because a specific card comes up does not mean necessarily that you have this particular health issue. It could be referring to a block in the energy body itself. So keep that in mind as well. And I try to interpret all of that. So, but it also doesn't mean that you don't. And so for also better clarity, you might want to check out your moon and rising signs. If you don't know those, there are plenty of great websites to learn your full natal chart. I do encourage you to do so for your personal growth. If you're curious, I am a Capricorn sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Capricorn rising. So, lots of Capricorn. Anyways, your quantum ascension begins as soon as you receive the sacred glyphs into your energy body. Because the glyphs are a language of light. They're our original language. We are precipitated light. It is language that increases the light quotient, the energy of the mitochondria, the stem cells, and lengthens the telomeres. Language also organizes the atmospheric particles to facilitate an expansion of the prismatic fields and the expansion of the way that we use light to help us to move into higher dimensions. To the fifth dimension. So my general readings are now a Celtic card spread in which the glyphs reveal the overall energy, your present situation, past influence, problem, past influence, short-term future, conscious and subconscious mind. You can schedule a private personal reading with me for a more in-depth look at what's showing up in your energy bodies at my website, which is also listed in the description. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first card that was pulled for the overall energy for Sagittarius was the Resolve Light Imbalances. This is the glyph. This is what it looks like. So you take that in. Typically this glyph is used to resolve harmful electromagnetic frequencies. 5G is a big thing coming up here lately. And so that gets into the cells and does cause problems in the transmission of the light. It can help remove the harmful electromagnetic frequencies, chakra linking, or extraterrestrial influences, or which would be like dark energy kind of influences, that kind of thing. So take that in. The affirmation reads, I see myself as standing in the light, loving unconditionally, without judgment. I am whole, complete, perfect the way that I am. So that was the overall energy. And the matter at hand was clear vision. This is, I gotta figure out how this camera works. Let's get this thing wrong. But this is the card. So take this in to your energy bodies. And this is clear vision. And this is the in the matter at hand. And what that kind of said to me was, obviously, body-wise, it's referring to the eyes, the physical eyes, and this particular glyph can resolve a great number of eye problems, including cataracts, glaucoma, macular degeneration, retina problems, and more. Um, in the spiritual aspect, obviously, that would have more to do with your third eye activation. And what I see is that being cleared of the illusion and seeing beyond the physical. So, really getting an activation in the third eye and your intuition. And as we ascend to this higher 5D. So the affirmation reads, Creator, help me to clear my vision so that I may understand and see my mission. Give me the clarity and the wisdom to follow your divine plan. And again, if I can figure out this, there's clear vision. Facebook. I love that. All right, so next one was the problem. Current problem is releasing vows. Is what came up. I really wish I could figure this out. Okay, go that way. Like I gotta go backwards way, whatever it is. All right, release vows. Okay, what are vows? Vows are your contracts, and sometimes these are contracts that you don't even have any idea that they exist. This glyph helps resolve problems, situations, or limitations that are affecting your present life by releasing vows or contracts that you've made in your past life, throughout your past life. So release those vows, release those things that no longer serve your higher good. Yeah. And the affirmation reads, I release all vows that do not serve me. I am free of bondage, able to move forward and be what I am meant to be. That is really important. And there are some contracts out there that, spiritual contracts that some people are not aware of that exist. And so we're making a conscious, a super conscious declaration to release these vows that no longer serve our higher good. Let them go. Whatever they might be, known and unknown. Then the past energy, from what I understand, some of you may have recently walked away from a relationship that might not have been so good for you, and or you've lost someone and it's caused you a lot of grief, sadness, and depression. So this is the glyph for grief, sadness, and depression, and showing up in your past energy, which means you're holding on to this. And grief, sadness, and depression is obviously something that's held within the heart and the mind. And this glyph can remove residual grief, sadness, and depression from the body and the aura. And the affirmation reads, I release all the sadness to the light of God, light of Mother, Father to heal. I replace those thoughts with joy and acceptance. I release all that is in my past and live only in the now. That is quantum right there. So, grief, sadness, depression. You need to raise your energy, let that stuff go. I don't care what it is, let it go. Believe me, it's going to make you feel a whole lot better. All right, so the next one is the near future energy, which is much more exciting because it was the course correct and alignment. I will get this down right one of these times. All right, there it is. Course correct and alignment, which is cool because what this glyph does, and I'm going to show it to you again because it's really important. This glyph can correct the neurological function, perceptual center, nervous system, and genetic stabilization to allow one to move forward on their mission. So Mother, Father are saying, let go of the past. Work on your third eye intuition, work on raising that veil of the illusion. Know who you are, know what you're capable of, and start moving up the ascension ladder. The affirmation reads, Creator, with your guidance, I place myself in harmony with my chosen mission and move forward with courage. I align my mind and body with the universe. So again, that's the card. Take it in. Beautiful. All right. Now, the last two cards are the conscious and the unconscious mind. So the first one that comes up is the conscious mind. And this was kind of an interesting card that came up, actually. And it said a few things to me. So obviously on the body sense, skin restoration. I can, obviously that kind of speaks to the obvious. This glyph is to restore and regenerate skin and supporting tissues. Connecting tissues used consistently can remove scars and other damage or deformities. Also makes me think of rashes. So my military friends from the Gulf War get these random rashes. I used to have them. They're very annoying and itchy and come up out of nowhere. So rashes, psoriasis, eczema, skin cancers, and skin tags. Anyways, and also, though, for the skin restoration coming up in the conscious mind, speaks to me about the spirit and what implication that has on the spirit. So, kind of meditating on that a little bit, came up with a few intuitive thoughts as far as looking at the overall reading. The first being, so, skin. What did I just say about knowing who you are, right? So you're a quantum being. The skin is our covering. It's a mask. And so, and sometimes we wear other masks, on the skin. But it's a flesh. And the flesh is in survival mode most of the time. You're either in survival mode or counter survival mode. There's only two frequencies. So you need to get out of survival mode, get out of the flesh, and start working more through your spirit. And yeah, the other part is just knowing who you are, taking off the mask, knowing who you are, but also with that third eye activation, seeing who other people are as well. And so that's what I get for the skin restoration. So again, I feel like, there we go. All right. And last but not least was kind of an interesting one in the unconscious mind, which is the mammalian brain, reptilian brain, whatever you want to call it. came up the female reproductive system. There we go. I will get this figured out, I promise. Female reproductive system. Okay, so guys don't like. All right, you know that we're all male and female energies. So for the females, take this as, the literal physical form. And the purpose of the glyph is to restore to health the female reproductive system. So also help regenerate surgically removed organs, complete hysterectomies, just everything and anything. So that's what this does on the physical side. Now, on the spiritual side and the chakra side, when there's an imbalance in the card, if you'll notice, it's red, right, in color. And that's the first chakra, the molar, and which is related to your safety, your security. It's your survival, really. It's the survival chakra, and it has to do with fears around the safety of your body, of your home, and of your family. Physical symptoms, if it's blocked, are lethargy, physically drained, problems in the colon and the bladder with elimination in general or the lower back, also left arm, left leg, and or feet issues, inflammation, cramps for females, and prostate problems in men, and also some people with eating disorders. So yeah, so that is the root chakra. And as I said, going back to some of the other things and getting out of survival mode, which is that flesh mode, that's going to keep you in the lower chakras, and we want to move up into our heart and ascend to the higher vibrations and higher frequencies. So that is your reading for June 2020. And in closing, I do want to send you all my love and my healing energy. I'm sending you Reiki energy and healing energy distance. I'm praying protection over you and your family because we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers and against the rulers of the darkness of this world and against spiritual wickedness in high places. Mother, Father say, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And right now, it is imperative that you raise your vibration in every way possible. Eat clean, live right, think clean, mindset. We have holistic solutions at Tough Mother's Temple that will protect your whole household from, the prevention of deadly bacteria, viruses, parasites, to 5G radiation, poisoning, and structured water. This month, I am offering a quantum healing session, live active experience sessions for people with PTSD from trauma or mental, physical, and emotional abuse. And you can visit toughmothers.world to get an invitation. If you have any questions about this reading or any questions that no one seems to be able to answer for you, please feel free to reach out to me, send me an email, or leave a comment. And of course, I would love it if you would remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications on future readings. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate you and love you. Have a wonderful day.
Kohl's stores are now open with services to keep you safe, like contactless payments available through Kohl's Pay. When you